We are in the track about an hour and a half away from Saugerties Stallions broadcast network. Really shapes up to be a must-win if they're going to get that first-round bye.
Yeah, obviously the chase to win the Eastern Division is pretty much over for the Stallions. Amsterdam has all but clinched that division so far, but obviously there's still a lot to play for the Stallions. They've already clinched a playoff berth for the second time in as many seasons, so that's obviously a big deal right there. This team wants more. This team knows they deserve more. And the big thing now is going to be getting a home playoff game, but not just a home playoff game, getting the opportunity to get Friday. But as you said, it's a little bit, a win tonight's huge to kind of secure.
Town have 4, so a couple scenarios you can look at. If both teams win out, the Stallions will get the 2 seed. It comes down to win percentage. If both teams lose one game, 5 games, but it starts tonight against a team who, as Jake just said, the Stallions have struggled against this year. Just 2-7 in the year are the Stallions against Amsterdam. The good news, though, many of those games have been close ones, including earlier this week, the Stallions went into the 9th inning, a tie game, and lost by 2. Similar situation to what we saw last night, as the Stallions lost by 3 against Albany. But a new day today. Josh Stevenson leads off against the righty.
Have him start over always 1-0 with 2-2-1 each season so far.
The 0-1 to Stevenson leads off in center. Noah Berghammer on deck, plays second. Kip Fugers, the hero for part of the game last night, bats third up. As Patton comes home with the 0-2 righty-lefty, and again, Scott to play third base side. Count remains 0-2. Max Morris up in the 8th spot. He's been hitting 10th for most of this season that he's been in Saugerties and has produced in that role. He catches. Kenny Kendall 9th and right, and Albert Jennings hits last and DHs. The 0-2 to the lefty Stevenson misses outside 1-2.
Yeah, Stevenson's been on a couple of these so far. He's fouled 2 off just over the Stallions' dugout on the third base side, but he's on it. If he can just get the foot down just a smidge earlier, he's a chance to line one and do some damage here.
Here's the 1-2 from the righty Patton from the first base side of the mound. He'll kick and deal, and gets an off-speed pitch past the swinging bat of Stevenson for the first out.
Yeah, Patton could tell, like we were saying up here, that Stevenson really had that fastball timed up, and if he went back with the fastball and left it kind of over the fat of the plate, Stevenson probably would have made him pay there. So a smart decision to go off speed there, get Stevenson ahead of that. Really good pitching by Cole Patton.
Brings up Noah Berghammer with 1 away. The .345 hitter was 1 for 3 last night against Albany. 3 for 4 in the Stallions game before that. It's righty-righty. First offering from Patton. Hits in the outside corner, 0-1. With last night's loss against Albany, the Stallions have dropped back-to-back games for the first time all season, which is a very impressive feat. Obviously, you'd love for that never to happen, but still shows just how good this team is, that it took until this point of the season to lose back-to-back games.
Get 3 in a row tonight. We said uncharacteristic from this team, and it's going to be important to see how they bounce back. After, I didn't want to say struggling 2 nights in a row, they went into the 9th tied both nights, but just a couple of late game collapses.
The 1-1, high and inside, 2-1. Yeah, as you said, both games Stallions lost this week. Amsterdam and Albany. The Stallions went to the 9th inning tied. 4-4 and 6-6. But could not come away with the win. 1 to Berghammer. And at the bell, 2-2.
Another beautiful night, John. Temperature at first pitch, 75 degrees. A couple clouds scattered throughout the sky, but no threat of weather. So it's another beautiful night for baseball here in Amsterdam.
2-2 offering to Berghammer. Scoreless top of the first with 1 away, make that 2 outs as he fans on a slider.
Same thing, kind of went fastball, was able really to nibble around the plate, Patton was, and then 2 strikes, comes back with a breaking pitch, and he really does a good job locating that breaking pitch. And that's 2 quick outs for the Stallions. Now this is interesting, Kip Fugers batting 3rd tonight. Maybe Rich Dubes.
All the Dutchmen needed to escape with a win, and they certainly did escape. That was a game that I think by the end, Stallions fans felt, we had that one.
Yeah, Drew 6, it's a game that Albany deserved.
1, Fugers a little behind it again. Slaps it foul first base side. Now behind 1-2.
And bunch of foul balls this inning, bunch of hard hit foul balls. So these Stallions guys, they're just so close to being there And you wonder now, seeing these at-bats that they've had, how it'll look second time through the lineup.
Breaking ball is swung through, and Cole Patton K's up the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Scoreless, headed to the bottom of the first on the Saugerties Stallions Broadcast Network. Bottom of the first, we are scoreless from Shuttleworth Park. Jack Walker takes the mound for the Stallions. The hard-throwing lefty out of Indiana University will start things off, a Big Ten duel. They'll face the top hitter in the PGCBL, Matt Shaw. Very much has the Triple Crown in reach as the lefty kicks and deals. First pitch is hit out to right, and it is caught just shy of the wall by Caden Kendall for a big first out. Anytime you can retire Matt Shaw is a victory.
Yes, Jack Walker left one a little bit too much over the plate right there. And Matt Shaw got the first one out of the way, settled down, got to be careful here. Can't leave anything too much over the plate against these guys.
That brings up Brett Coker. Walker making just his second start of the season. A 5.82 ERA. Record is looking good, 3-0. 36 strikeouts in 17 innings, but the issue for him has been his command at times. 22 walks. Has issued 5 walks in an inning and a third this year against Amsterdam as he misses outside to the 325 hitter Coker. Coker riding a 3-game hitting streak entering tonight. 1-0 offering from Walker, past the bat, 1-1.
That's the thing about Jack Walker. He's got the velocity, he's got the build to be a good pitcher. The next step for him is going to be the command and getting a really good secondary pitch. We've seen him mixing a curveball this year. It's gotten better throughout the summer. Now the key is going to be advancing that to the next step.
And hits fastball at the knees. When he's throwing that hard at the knees, he is an elite pitcher in this league as he gets ahead 1-2, 1 away. Scoreless, bottom of the first. Lefty to righty. Walker eyes down Coker at the plate. The 1-2 offering, curveball lifted out to left center field. Stevenson trots to his right for the second out.
Got away with a mistake there. Left that car for Walker, but hey, it does the job. But hey, next time you go back to that curveball, got to get that down, got to get it below the knees of two.
As Walker works home, first pitch bounces short of the plate, 1-0. 2 out, scoreless, bottom of the first. The Stallions coming off of back-to-back ninth inning losses. Amsterdam last night a 14-3 victory over Glens Falls. Walker comes set on the 1-0 delivery with 2 outs at the bottom of the first. And again spikes it short of the plate, 2-0.
You can hear just how hard he throws. Even on a ball that he spikes into the glove of Morris, you heard how loud that pop of the...
This Amsterdam lineup, fastball hits the zone, 2-1. A pivotal game for the Stallions, trying to keep pace with Jamestown right now, just behind the Tarp Skunks a half game back for that coveted first-round bye in the playoffs. As Walker winds on the 2-1 and gets it past the swinging bat of Funk, 2-2.
That's what he's got to do. If he's around this, if Jack Walker's around the zone, he is a very good pitcher. And that's going to be the key tonight against a really good Amsterdam lineup.
We'll see if he can shut the door in this first. 2-2 count, 2 outs. The lefty winds and deals, and it's lined into right field. It'll roll in the glove of Caden Kendall. A 2-out, 2-strike base knock, and Jake, this is what Amsterdam does best.
Yeah, and another loud ball off the bat. You saw Walker get down on all fours after that one hit the ground. But nah, he got ahead in the count, but it's left that one too much out over the plate. And as we said, this Amsterdam team, if you make a mistake, they are guaranteed, almost guaranteed to make you pay.
Especially such a good team with 2 strikes and 2 outs. For whatever reason, they can perform. As Bryce Eblin comes to the plate, enters today a 3-game hitting streak, hitting a touch under 300 at 292 on the year. Lefty, high and away, 1-0. The 1-0 as Funk takes CJ Funk has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
He's 6 for 7 on the year in stolen bases. Is CJ Funk. Had a really good jump on that one. I don't even know how good of a throw from Morris would have had him. He looked like he was pretty much in there.
I don't think Yadier Molina would have been able to get him. Just saying something.
Heck of a jump from CJ Funk.
1-1's the count on Bryce Eblin. Funk leads off at second with 2 outs. Fastball just away, 2-1.
Not a bad spot though from Walker. Kind of nibbled on that outside corner a little bit. Now down 2-1. Have to make a quality pitch here.
Trying to keep the Mohawks off the board. Seed. Walker gets a little bit more over the plate. Seed.
Seems the balls and strikes calls. Very subtle in his movements. So you have to pay close attention when he's the umpire behind the dish.
2-2 count, 2 outs and a runner on second. Walker trying to keep things scoreless. He looks back to Funk. Now comes home, kicks and deals. Fastball just high and away, and the count runs full.
When you say just high and away, like it was just high and away. He's been nibbling on that outside corner. He's really doing a good job hitting the glove that Morris is putting up. But here, obviously you got a base open, but if you can get out of this inning here, that's what you'd like to see. I would like to see Walker just challenge Eblin with his best stuff here and dare him to hit it.
The payoff pitch and the full count offering. Swinging, 1-1, left on base. Top of the second after this, we are scoreless from Shuttleworth Park. And the Mohawks, Saugerties Stallions baseball is brought to you. Back down and Bob Garrick Septic. Honest, dependable, reliable. If you need it pumped out, call Bob. Kate Verduzco leads off for the Stallions. 4-5-6 due up after the Stallions struck out in order. A grounder into
a nice first pitch you're going to see in that bat, John, is going to come on the first pitch, and Cade Verduzco, who's one of the Stallions' leading hitters at 324, took advantage there.
Brings up Jack Renwick. Guy who's seen a lot more playing time as of late, a lot more success as of late. Has recorded a hit in 4 of the last 5, now up to 232 on the season. Verduzco inches off at first. Pickoff back to first is not in time and might have actually just hit it. Let's see what happened.
Off a little bit there.
Seems to be okay. Slid back into first on the pickoff attempt from Patton. And now back leading off at first. Righty. Pitch home to Renwick. Grounded towards right field, and it's into right. Back-to-back singles, and it kicks off the glove of Funk in right field. And here comes Verduzco off to third. He's in safely. Runners in the corners with nobody out at the top of the second.
There you go. Just a nice little ground ball single by Renwick, poking it the other way. That's what you got to do. Whatever way you can get guys on base. Now you got 2 on, no out. Have to get these runs home, John. No question about it. I have to assume it's going to be an error on the right footer, Funk, that allowed for Renwick to get to third.
So a single by Renwick and an error by C.J. Funk at right. Puts runners in first and third for Colin Mackel as Patton flicks back to first, not in time. You also have to figure that Renwick probably going to take off here. 7 stolen bases on the season. A quick guy in the base paths.
No, I think it's a no-brainer here. Maybe even try like a little bunt and steal, try to get the defense all out of whack here.
Mackel at the plate. First pitch, outside corner, 0-1. Colin Mackel hitting 169 of the season. And like Verduzco, is hitless in his last 2 outings.
Renwick on first. A lot of weight shifted towards the second base bag here. I think it's a matter of when, not if, he's going to go.
0-1 with runners in the corners. Renwick takes off, pitch down and away. Throw it on to second is not in time, and it's a Benson steal. The Stallions stolen base sponsor that puts stuff up you can't knock down.
Stolen base number 8 this season for Renwick. Love the aggressiveness on the base paths. Head coach, third base coach, Adam Cray, has been super aggressive in sending runners these last couple of games, and hopefully it can pay off here early on in Amsterdam.
1-1 count to the lefty Mackel. 2 in scoring position. Bouncer towards second. In comes Mesh. Run will score. Throw to first. In time. And the Stallions strike first. 1-0 Saugerties. An RBI ground out by Colin Mackel.
Infield was playing back, so all Mackel had to do there was just hit the ball. And that's exactly what he did. He's got a slow, high chopper in the infield. Plenty of time to allow Verduzco to score. And a great start here for the Stallions.
And Jared Brown to look to keep things going. Now the infield comes in with Renwick on third. Jared Brown hitless in his last 3. The 167 hitter trying to build off this 1-0 Stallions lead. Patton making his 7th start of the season. 3rd coming against the Stallions. So a guy the Stallions are familiar with. Got Max Morris in the on-deck circle. It's been an RBI machine in his limited time in Saugerties. Renwick leads off at third. 0-2 offering with 1 away to Jared Brown. Patton winds and deals. Miss low. Good block by Finney to keep it in front.
Jared Brown, somebody who you could argue is due here. 167, only 5 runs driven in. Infield's up, so if you're going to shoot one hard in one of the holes here, should have a chance to find himself a hit.
He's going to call time. And similar to what we saw in the 2 singles, those were just 1-2 from Patton. And he again goes to that big slider to strike out Brown swinging. 2 outs for Max.
You don't want to work him so much that your speed pitch in there.
Max Morris watches a slider in the zone. The 8 of the season has recorded a hit and at least 1 arm. Fandon 0-2. Stallions have scored 1 so far in the second, looking to add to that. The Stallions do get on the board. 1 run coming across on 2 hits, 1 left on. Bottom of the second, the Stallions are on the scoreboard. They lead 1-0. Jack Walker heads out for his second inning of work. Stallions baseball is brought to you by BP's Carpentry and Maintenance. Delvecchia and Kraft Injury Lawyers, the Stallions hit by pitch sponsor. If you've been hit, call Delvecchia and Kraft Injury Attorneys. Dallas Hot Wieners, the Stallions bullpen sponsor, bringing the hot sauce out of the bullpen and design your soft-strong sports performance. At DYS, they build better athletes. Jake Reinisch leads off for the Mohawks, takes the first pitch into the turf, rolls to the backstop, 1-0. The Stallions just scored at the top of the second, and Walker now pitching with a lead. 5-6-7-2 up. Reinisch hitting .333 in the season, coming off of a 3-for-3 game last night, and the Mohawks' lopsided victory over Glens Falls. 1-0 finds the zone, 1-1. Jake, we've been blessed this last week or so with great weather. Finally. We've earned it, I feel like,
it's
with all
been
this
such
rain.
a rough month weather-wise. So much rain, but tonight's nice. The rest of the hopeful regular season looks nice. So I think that all the suffering we had to go through with all that rain, things are starting to turn.
1-1 runs inside, 2-1 on the count on the lefty Reinisch. Walker shakes off one pitch from the third base side of the mound. He'll come through the windup. 2-1, misses away 3-1. Now, the Stallions have, including tonight, 5 games left in the regular season. If they complete all 5, they'll be at 40 games.
It's unprecedented, I feel like, for prior summers.
3-1, put in the air to left field. Back goes Mackel. Under the wall, makes the catch. And just shy of about what? 290 out there, would you say?
That ball from the lefty Reinisch wasn't hit necessarily hard. It was just high. And it could get out if it was a bit windier. Wind's about dead right now. But Mack was able to make that catch, maybe with a foot or two to spare.
That's a routine fly ball like Cantine Field. But here you have to hold your breath for a second.
Yes.
Those pop-ups could be runs.
It's a routine fly ball pretty much any stadium above high school.
First pitch to Kai Roberts. Into the knees, 0-1 with 1 away. 1-0 Stallions, bottom of the second. Roberts hitting .275 of the year. He's found a lot of success as of late, a 5-game hitting streak, but he does lead the PGCBL with 42 strikeouts at the plate. What a curveball from Walker. Settles at the same spot the fastball did, right in the knees. And Jack's ahead 0-2 with 1 out.
Don't think Kai Roberts was expecting that one.
Lefty once again. Walker glove over his face. Comes through the windup. Pitch in the dirt. And did he go around? No.
I don't think Morris asked for help there. And I don't know if Mark Irish is supposed to ask, even if the catcher doesn't ask for help, because if he points down the first on Morris asking, the field umpire says he does swing, then that's probably a runner on first with how far the ball got away from Morris.
Walker's still comfortably ahead. The 1-2 count, 1 away. He'll kick and deal. Curveball down and away. And again, did he hold his bat back? No, he did not. He went around. It's strike 3. Walker's going to throw to first. And that is a strikeout. And Keith Griffin is irate. He is irate.
The field umpire, Doug Mooney, telling him, knock it off, coach. Is it a 2-1-3?
I think Morris tagged him.
He did apply the tag.
Yeah, he applied the tag, so I think that's what it'll be. It's a strikeout for Walker, his second Minnetonka Valley Federal Credit Union strikeout, but a strange occurrence. As now 2 outs. If he sees anything else that's maybe questionable in his eyes, if he gets heated once more. McLean in his 9th game in Amsterdam. Puts it on the ground, third base side, fielded cleanly by Renwick. Throw to first, sails over the head of Fugers, off the brick, and actually is going to be a fortuitous bounce for the Stallions as it comes right back to where the second baseman Berghammer had been standing. So it's an E5 on the throw, but it could have been a whole lot worse.
If a good move can really, save some runs, and you're looking over at first now, McLean, a big lead off first.
1-0 from Walker, hit into left center. Stevenson comes in, he won't get there. McLean's going to halt at second. And another 2-out hit for Amsterdam. Their second of the night.
So you got to buckle down here if you're Jack Walker. I know you had the error. I know the inning should be over. But you got to get the ball back. Got to throw the ball with some determination and grit and find a way out of this inning. You got the 9-hole hitter Finney up. Only hitting 235, so this is a chance for Walker to get his way out of this inning and out of this jam.
If this very well. Jackson Finney, no.
Hone in here. Got to really focus if you're Walker. I know it's been an unfortunate.
A 2-0 feet for ball 3. A walk would load the bases for the 10-hitter Davis Mesh. First time in a while, Jake, that we've seen Amsterdam go with the
CBL for them. So Keith Griffin looking to give a bit more at-bats out to some other guys, kind of keep everybody fresh and loose as we head towards the playoffs.
3 balls and no strikes on Jackson Finney. A walk would load the bases for the 10-hitter Mesh. The 3-0 is just upstairs. And with 2 outs, the Mohawks have put ducks on the pond.
And remember, all of this has come after the throwing error by Renwick. So you should be out of this inning here. But as I said, if you're Walker, you can't let that get to you.
Davis Mesh now comes to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Stallions hanging on to a 1-0 advantage. Lefty-lefty. After the walk to load the bases by Walker, he'll try to retire the 10-hitter. First pitch hits the zone on the outside corner, 1-0.
Up over the plate.
Walker ahead 0-2, 2 outs, the bases loaded to keep this at bat going.
A little bit off the plate if you're Jack Walker.
Already has a pair of strikeouts, including 1 in this second. Bases are loaded for Amsterdam. Lefty-lefty, 1-0 Saugerties, bottom 2. The pitch from Walker, high fastball, trying to get Mesh to chase. Kept that bat back 1-2.
Nothing wrong with that pitch right there. You go fastball up. Maybe you followed it up now with a curveball. Started at eye level. Make it look enticing for the hitter Mesh.
A 1-2 from Walker with 2 outs of the bases juiced. The pitch home, curveball, like you said, Jake. And Walker keys up, Mesh swinging. So we head to the top of the 3rd. No runs coming across on a 1-hit, 3 left on base. We're 3-2, 1-0 Stallions on the Saugerties Stallions Broadcast Network.
Top 3, Stallions lead 1-0 over Amsterdam. Broadcast Network, I'm Jake Starr, joined alongside by John Gross on a beautiful Saturday evening here in upstate New York. Cole Patton, inning number 3 of work. First pitch to Kendall, line to the plate. Jennings at DH tonight. The leadoff single by Caden Kendall. Still nothing away here in the 3rd. Cole Patton works in the stretch. Kendall leads off first. Safely was Caden Kendall. Count remains 0-1 to Albert Jennings. Nothing away here in the 3rd. First, Albert Jennings. Way number 27 here. At the very least, trying to get a productive out for the Stallions. Cole Patton sets at the belt. Deals with the 0-2. Runner goes. Call is a ball. There'll be no throw from the catcher, Finney. It actually was strike 3. Home plate umpire Mark Irish took a couple of extra seconds to make that call. But Caden Kendall swipes second. Jennings down on strikes. It's the 5th strikeout tonight for Cole Patton. It brings the leadoff hitter Josh Stevenson to the plate with 1 away and a runner on second. And Caden Kendall, who just swiped his 4th bag of the season, remains perfect in that category. Stevenson 0 for 1 tonight, struck out swinging back in the first. A first inning in which Cole Patton sent down all 3 Stallions on strikeouts. Checks back at Kendall at second. Stevenson in the left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Misses up and away with the curveball. Makes the count 1-0. Batter's box up in the count 1-0 against Cole Patton. Caden Kendall leads off second. He had a leadoff single, then swiped the bag. Patton checks back at the runner at second. Long pause at the belt. Here's the pitch. Stevenson fouls that. Third base side out of play. Makes the count 1-1 to him. Stevenson, first time up, had a couple of foul balls in the exact same spot. Even in the count of 1 apiece. Kendall leads off second. Second baseman Mesh shaded towards the bag. First baseman Reinish playing about 25 feet towards second base. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now they have Kendall picked off. Throw to third, they got him as Kendall slid in, but had no chance at all. And that's the second out of the inning. As Caden Kendall is nabbed. The pitcher Patton lifted his leg, but never went forward with his momentum. Turned back towards second. Play base is now clear. Count remains 1-1. Cole Patton, the tall righty from UConn. Righty on lefty matchup. He toes the first base side of the rubber. Set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Stevenson rolls over one softly towards first, but it's going to roll foul as the pitcher Patton raced over to pick that one up foul. Makes the count 1-2. Patton, fortunately, didn't make the same mistake that the Mets made last week against Pittsburgh, where the ball was sitting on the line, barely, but was flicked in the foul territory, resulting in 3 Pirates runs, a game in which the Mets still won. After falling behind early. Josh Stevenson down in the count 1-2, 2 away, top 3. Stallions still lead at 1-0. Bases are clear. Stevenson has already struck out once tonight back in the first. Looking to avoid that same fortune here in the top of the third. The 1-2 pitch. Outside for a ball, it's 2-2. Amsterdam wearing their pink uniforms tonight for its annual pink game. The Stallions in its road gray uniforms. Patton set at the belt. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Stevenson went chasing on an off-speed pitch. Down low towards the dirt. The 6th strikeout tonight for Cole Patton, and that will retire the side. No runs on a hit. Nobody left on base. Headed to the bottom half of the third. 1-0 Stallions on the Stallions Broadcast Network. Bottom 3 from Shuttleworth Park. Stallions lead Amsterdam 1-0. I'm Jake Starr, joined alongside by John Gross on the Stallions Broadcast Network. Top of the lineup, due up this inning for Amsterdam. Matt Shaw leads things off for the Mohawks. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to the right fielder Kendall back in the first after swinging at the first pitch he saw from Jack Walker. Walker back out, inning number 3 of work. First pitch is a curveball in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Shaw. Shaw perhaps the most dangerous hitter. Leads the team in hitting at .402 on the season. Walker the lefty works from the windup and deals. Another curveball fouled back hit off the netting behind home plate, 0-2. After a couple of consecutive curveballs there from Jack Walker. We'll see if he goes back to that. He tries to mix in a fastball here. 3 strikeouts so far tonight for Jack Walker, who's looked pretty good thus far. Has given up a couple of hits, has walked 1, struck out 3. To increase his team lead in strikeouts to 39 on the season. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Walker to Shaw. That fastball down towards the knees was fouled out of play, right side. Count remains 0-2 to Shaw. Shaw leads Amsterdam an average of .402. Home runs at 9, hits at 42, and doubles at 12. He's a couple RBI behind the league lead in the PGCBL, but he's very close to possibly earning himself a triple crown in the league. The 0-2 from Walker. Missed that one away as Morris had to reach for it. Makes the count 1-2. Brett Coker waits on deck. His teammate Matt Shaw down 1-2 to Jack Walker, the pitcher out of Indiana. A little Big Ten on Big Ten action here. The 1-2. That one's flared. Foul, first base line. Future snares that one. Count remains 1-2 to Matt Shaw. Shaw's adjusting his ankle brace down the first base line. Now he'll retreat back towards the batter's box and do it again with Walker 1-2. Stallions a run on 3 hits. Amsterdam no runs on 2 hits, both teams with an error. Jack Walker, who worked out of a bases-loaded jam back in the second. Gets his sign from Morris, works from the windup, and deals the 1-2. Curveball hit high in the air, shallow right center field. Berghammer backing up from a spot at second, settles under it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And Shaw, the most dangerous hit on Amsterdam, is 0 for 2 tonight, and that'll bring Brett Coker to the plate. Here in the bottom half, the center in the first. First of a couple batters retired for Jack Walker in that first inning. Walker, the tall lefty from Indiana, deals the first pitch. A fastball just misses inside. Max Morris, the catcher for the Stallions, held it for a couple extra seconds. Try and get a call from the home plate umpire Mark Irish, but he disagreed.